Move.
Oh, you all look great. To the front of the line. Welcome to Club 70s. Step on.
Lost and found. I got just one deal to make, and then I'll be trouble bound. They say that sure is all, that with you I'll keep on winning. I think they're talking about the kind of darling you stick to.
Hey, man, we are club girls now, and I am never going back. Come on, girls. So many clubs, so little time.
Let's go.
Let's go! Woo!
Well, I guess disco will never die. And swing is still alive and kicking, as we'll see when we return. Also later in the show, we'll show you some swell lounges where smoke gets in your eye.
Dancer.
It's romantic, it's sexy, very aerobic, very aerobic.
Amazing things can happen out dancing.
From salsa and swing to tango and two-step, America's dancing again in duos. Folks of all ages and all walks of life, movie stars, college kids, working Joes, and awesome pros are all burning with dance fever. They dance to express themselves, to socialize and sweat, but above all, they dance for romance. From East Coast to West Coast and a whole lot of country in between, swing is the thing. And one of the hottest swing clubs in the nation is the legendary Hollywood Derby, where big bands and hep cats rock the rafters in retro.
Starting from 1929, when it originally opened, all the way up till 1940, 1960, when it was one of the Brown Derbies, we've had a pretty incredible Hollywood history. We're trying to return kind of to that simpler time where people actually went out and it was an occasion. The Derby is pure class.
It's very international.
This club just has the best ambiance. It has the best, like, the vibe. And plus the drinks are good too.
We were probably the first that offered the lessons, and believe me, there's plenty of partners, male and female.
My theory is that our generation, the Generation Xers, I should say, they always learn to dance separate. And now that they're getting older, I think it's funner for them to actually have contact with a partner.
To truly interact with your partner on the floor, it's a blast.
If you see me dance by myself, I'm...
We're all kind of packed in like sardines, but the energy level is always really, really up. They do bring in some of the top-notch swing bands.
We play a version of Little Big Band, kind of supersonic, 40s style of swing music done in a 90s way. I don't think it ever went away. It's a whole new generation that's starting to get hip to it.
I saw Count Basie at the Hollywood Palladium, and I saw the old folks do it. Next thing I know, I was dancing with them.
I think the whole feel of that music of that era was so American. Young people have gone one direction, and now they seem to be swinging back the other way. They enjoy the music, the feel, the dance. They've got their retrofit clothing on.
This old lady walked up behind me when I was debating whether or not to get it, and she said, "I remember when we used to wear those in 1940s. I said, sold.
We were doing the Lindy Hop, which again is, yes, the original style. East Coast swing, or the jitterbug, came out of the Lindy.
East Coast swing, we're in for the swing. Lindy Hoppers, you got to rehearse with them. I mean, and they take up too much room. East Coast swingers say that we kick a lot, which we do.
All in all, I don't think it's such a rivalry. It's just fun.
Feel the music and take acting 101 because it's a character dance.
But when it comes to character, one man's wingtips are another man's spurs.
It's funny, we have people come in here from suits and loafers to full-on cowboy regalia, and it's like you get to come in and play a part.
Yeah, cowboys and Indians.
Urban cowboys are alive and kicking here at Inca Hoots.
The music really relates to their lives, or, it's really easy listening.
And real easy dancing, too. In fact, many people credit the country craze for getting folks on the floor in the first place.
More people, they've gotten their confidence on the floor doing line dances, and now they're ready to dance with somebody.
And there's many tempos to choose from.
Earlier we taught Sweetheart Schottish. Cha-cha is, it's kind of has a little bit of a land feel, so you kind of get the crossover.
Two-stepping is a little different in that there are set patterns that you can learn, but it's a little more freestyle. Couples dancing is fun because it's a great way to meet people.
Actually, her dad came up to me and asked me. He asked me if I'd ask her daughter to dance. I was like, sure.
And that was almost a year ago.
Looking to swing with even more zing? Welcome to the Hacienda Hotel, where swing and country meet rhythm and blues, and a three-tiered dance floor hosts some pretty hot hoofers. But don't be intimidated, the crowd is quite cordial.
We're trying to build a very nice and caring, good atmosphere, family atmosphere. And I think the people feel the warmth when they come in.
Tonight, the dance du jour is West Coast swing.
West Coast swing is more of a kind of a slinky, kind of slithery with ripples and real sexy. Yeah. But it also moves quite a bit.
It's very expressive. You can dance West Coast to almost any tempo of music. It can be kind of slow and sultry or fast and upbeat.
To me, it's probably the sexiest dance.
And one of the most difficult.
It's a challenge. The more you learn, the more you realize the farther you have to go.
There's a lot of interplay, and you're not really doing the exact same mirrored parts all the time. You're communicating. The girl's saying something to you, you're saying something back to her. There's a real lead and follow that's elastic in it.
Guys doing the leading, we have to think about like 4 or 5 different things at the same time. I just don't think we're genetically cut out for this.
With all dancing, the man tries to be the frame and the lady tries to be the pictures, and he just shows off his lead and she just sells it like crazy.
All the music is so different. Each song has a different beat to it. You have to kind of feel it inside of you. So when you're dancing, you show it.
Dancing is your soul, it's your personality.
Show it.
I play a variety of country, R&B, blues, disco. A lot of the people I already know, so I know what they want. I just read them. I can tell you right now who's dancing, too.
But is this just a California phenomenon? Do they West Coast on the East Coast?
It seems to have roots here, but people in the Midwest, people on the East Coast, they're all really hungry for West Coast swing.
We teach workshops in Europe, Paris, Holland, Switzerland.
It's not age specific. So many people that are involved have kids that they are bringing up and dancing.
Wasting my time.
All right, we got a hustle up next.
Hustle? As in Saturday Night Fever?
Hustle's coming back really, really strong.
Major
We would never know
resurgence.
it. Never think that Hustle would come back so strong. Hustle has so many turns and styling that it's just what they wanted. They want more.
It kind of went away for a while, and now it's coming back strong. And the style, it evolved quite a bit.
The lead follow types of dances seem to bring out a different side of people. And it's old-fashioned, but it's one of the last things where the males can say, okay, I'm leading, and the ladies can say, I'm following.
But who knows where that lead might lead?
I met Gail dancing. We dated all of 3 weeks, and we got married. We've been married 5 years now.
I don't think I would have married him if he didn't dance. If guys only knew, every man would learn to dance.
You hear that, gentlemen? Start your engines. Now that you're shaking, it's time to get stirred. And later on, we'll add some salsa for spice. Coming up, we'll cruise around town in search of a smooth drink and a smoking dame. I'm Setzer, and welcome back to E's World Tour of Cool Club Culture.